Oh, sweet Lord, now.
For sure. That's what we're doing tonight. We're going to talk about this whole situation. And, tonight, nobody is safe. Before, I wanted to advocate for somebody that I thought was a victim. In this. Turns out, she's nothing but a harlot, whore, hussy that, I'm going to talk about as well. This Scarlett piece of crap. That's enabling the behavior. That's enabling this abuse. So here's what I'm going to do before we get started. I'm going to open up the Discord here. My mood has kind of shifted because when I started today, I was happy that this guy had finally been given 3 hots and a cot and was going to be accountable for his behavior. But you know what the truth is? Now I'm pissed, effing off, that this bastard's walking the streets again. Sampling that crusty old pussy of Scarlett's again. What a sick bastard. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to actually take a look here. Because I followed this young fella. Now, I don't really like following these crap accounts. But we have this. Now, I want to warn everybody here that some of the content that we're covering tonight is incredibly disturbing, incredibly shocking. And I think it goes to show why I think this bastard needs to be off the effing air. And literally, I'm not dude tonight, and I'm going to say this. You can clip me all you want. Whatever. I'm not talking about jail for this bastard. I ain't talking about prison. I'm talking about loading the goddamn syringe up and sticking it in his effing bacon arm is what I'm talking about. So hopefully, the message gets out there about what this guy is. So we're going to talk about it. So here was the initial arrest here. Now, again, if you look at this, his hairline is better than mine. We got to give him credit. The hairline ain't too bad. It's holding up a little bit here. But what I see here, with this guy having all the advantages he does in this industry, in this entertainment world, I think a lot of women see their fathers. I think a lot of women who have come up in a culture of abuse or, a difficult home life here, when they look at a guy like this and he's got the ball cap on and, he has that ability. He has that ability to maybe shave off 10 or so years. We know what he looks like. And I think a lot of women see their fathers here in Ralph, especially, like I said, the ones that have come up, potentially with verbal abuse, any different kind of abuse in the household. That's what they see. So we were informed, and like I said, dude, when I woke up, the penis was up, knowing that this sick bastard finally was put into place for what he should have been. And we're going to get into it because it's absolutely disgusting. Thank you. We're getting some support in the chat tonight. You guys are hot. But let's get some calls here. I'm going to drink. This is my tall boy celebration. And you know what? It doesn't matter that this bastard is walking the streets, because his life is worth shit at this point. Look at it this way. He's got a family that hates him. Couldn't expect him to do the right thing if he had a goddamn gun to his head. He has a multitude of health issues. Like I said, he's another one that I wouldn't be surprised grabs his goddamn chest in the middle of the airtime and that's it. And he has a lot of these sexual deviancies as well. Now we're going to get into that because here it is. Now I'm going to do a warning here. Some of this content is absolutely disgusting. So instead of showing that language, I'm going to take this time to, again, for any of you women out there that see these guys like this, creeping into their 50s with the ball cap, and use the condom. Please, for the love of God, use the condom if you're in a circumstance like this. So here is a romantic late night texting session from Ethan Ralph. Again, you can notice it here at the top. 3 a.m. So the guy's effing half cocked, loaded up, you know, sending these abusive messages to these effing young private lined and gold e-thought harlot bitches. And, you know, that's not where I think a lot of us want to be. I don't think that's a place in our minds that a lot of us want to be. So I'm going to read it here. I swear to God I'll F you up. Can we talk or not? You'll regret this. How sick is that? You'll regret this? But good luck. I'm coming now to take that room, and people will go to jail. I don't give a F. You snake me so hard it's unreal. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Be ready. And here comes the abuse on his end here, and he's the one on his knees sampling it, for Christ's sake. Cunt, disgusting whore. And then again, you see the racism where he talks about you better run N-word, which is absolutely disgusting and has no place in this career or any career. Again, that's why he is where he is, on that goddamn other place where all the effing degenerates do their careers.
I call the basket of deplorables.
You know, YouTube wouldn't want anything to do with them. I'm sure Kick wouldn't want anything to do with them. That's why I'm doing this on the Kick service, hoping for a little bit of leniency. No, it doesn't matter that he's upset. It doesn't matter that he's upset. You don't talk to women like that. Oh, no, but she loves it. She loves, and you know what? That's where I'm calling this bitch out tonight. This bitch putting her legs up for this sick bastard. You know, and when you really think about it, what the hell are you putting your legs up for? Abuse, intolerance, racism, and homophobia. And you know, we all know the clip here. I tried to find it. We all know the clip.
Again, thank you so much, man, for being a host tonight. I really appreciate you.
Of when this bastard, you know, tried to attack my career. When I was absolutely devastated about, you know, somebody who I really, you know, looked at as a childhood, you know, a young adulthood hero, brings this bastard on and tricks me at first into thinking, well, he's got the ball cap on. He's taking, you know, pictures with wrestlers, and maybe this is a cool guy. Bullshit.
What? Bullshit? That's how it would work.